Anyone remember Bob the Builder? No, not the one where he looks like a 12-year-old. I'm sure that violates some child labour laws. The old Bob the Builder, who could fix damn near everything except the economy. I bet he charges 400% more than the average weight. Bloody cowboy. But anyway, Bob had a game named after him. I used to have this game alongside Tweeny's Game Time, another all children show with terrifying characters. But today we're just going to be playing around with Bob. That didn't sound right. So this is the main menu. We have Wendy typing endlessly on the computer. God knows what exactly. It doesn't even look like anything is changing on the computer. Meanwhile, the ghosts in the office are messing around with everything, but Wendy doesn't really care. Wendy? The phone's ringing. You gonna answer it? You're right next to it, you don't even have to move. Okay, now what kind of dark magic is going on here? Something bad is happening. Anyways, let's get into some of these. Let's start off with the parental options. I just can't take all this excitement, you guys need to calm down. Anyway, on to the first game. Travis's Race Day.
Travis's Race Day.
Yeah, that's great, Bob the narrator. But what I do like about you is the apparent pain you're in needing to constantly ask for help.
Help.
And I'm not even sure what you're trying to say here.
Help back.
Well, let's play as Dizzy. Because hearing help and back repeatedly make me feel dizzy. That was the scariest cartel I've ever seen. So, Bob goes through how to play the game. It's a waste, you can probably figure out how it works. And the only buttons I have to use are X to accelerate, and the directional buttons to move. But who needs to put effort into anything? I decided not to use the directional buttons, and I'm just travelling in a straight line. By the looks of things, I don't have much competition. Well, they're not. He's behind me. What the hell are you laughing at? I like how Travis is nice enough to wait for me when he gets ahead. Now I'm repaying him by running into him. And I actually won. By putting the minimal amount of effort in, I actually won at life. Well, on to the next game.
Plumbing puzzle. Help.
Bob, if you don't know how to do this, you shouldn't have become a builder. Oh, and you also have hard hats down here that represent difficulty.
Hard. Help.
Bob, I'm not helping you with that. That's disgusting.
Oh no! I'd better ring Bob and get him round to fix my heating.
Yeah, I think that's for the best, because by the looks of things, that radiator's about to bloody explode. Match the part Wendy hands Bob to the outline on the walls. Walk Bob to the outline using the directional buttons. I can do this better than you, Wendy. Wendy? Is there any form of life in that vessel right there? This is kind of awkward. I don't know what they're doing. Alright then. Wendy is just using force to bring me the pipes. Could also use it to help me out instead of just standing in the doorway while I walk this entire house back and forth.
Oops. This doesn't fit here. Oops. This doesn't fit here. Oops. This doesn't fit here.
Can someone help Bob out? He really is not qualified for this job. Okay, next piece. I love how casually they just carry in this radiator like it's not heavy in the slightest. Whoa, Jesus Christ, what the hell is that? Where did she get this picture, and why did you buy it? Can I also just point out that this house goes in one long straight line? Like, what does this house look like from the outside? Also, look at this TV. If you're gonna put static on the screen to suggest it's on, maybe have it moving, like static normally does, or just have a black screen. Otherwise, it looks like someone just put a decal on a broken TV and pretended like it was working. And can I also mention that if you do want to watch TV, there's nowhere to sit. Or it's on the opposite side of the room and you need to squint to see it. I really don't want to live here. Anyway, the game is over once all the pieces are on.
Great! All done.
You can tell how ecstatic Wendy is.
Bob can fix leaks if you move him in front of them.
Yeah, great idea. Let's just block the pipes using Bob himself. So this one is very similar to the last one. You just have to go to every leaking pipe and fix them, under a very generous time limit. That's if Bob doesn't have a mental breakdown and pretends he doesn't see the leak.
No leak there, no leak there, no leak there, no leak there, no leak there.
I think it's time you found a new job, Bob. I mean, I'm not a plumber, but I don't think leaks are meant to squirt out that much water.
Oh, that's better. Thank you, Bob.
That was great, Bob. Mrs. Potts is very happy.
Thanks, Wendy.
So, are you gonna pay me or what? Fine, maybe I'll just break all your shit again. And may I also recommend moving that chair of yours in front of the TV? It works much better, you know. Alright, next game.
Can we build it?
By what I've seen so far, absolutely not. Especially considering the first game is knock it down. That's kind of counterproductive if you're trying to build something. Okay, so when Bob said knock it down, he meant he'll summon the gods to strike it down. Who knew Bob had that power in him?
Lofty, we'll use your wrecking ball to knock down each pillar.
You mean the gods above couldn't do the job? So what makes you think Lofty can? Okay, so you don't actually have control of Lofty here. He just goes back and forth on his own accord. But I'm impatient. I want this done now, no matter what.
Over a bit, that was close.
No, it wasn't, Bob. It was miles off. I think Lofty is starting to realise Bob has no idea what he's doing. He said he's qualified, but I don't trust those documents.
Let's build the new bridge.
You want to move those bricks out the way first? Well, on to the next one. Build it up.
Move Lofty's hook over a piece using the directional buttons.
Whoa, Bob, you alright? Like, what the hell's going on here?
And pick it up.
Alright, you done? You good? Have you released your trauma now? Okay, now we have to pick these things up and put them in the right place. Is it just me, or do these blocks look like underwear briefs?
Try another section.
No, I want to put it here.
Try another section.
Bob, just let Lofty do what he wants. It'll be much easier.
Yes! Good work! We can build it.
We? You haven't done
Shiggle.
Bob. It was all Lofty.
Bob? Yes, Lofty?
Do you mind not riding me? You can still walk. It's not like you did anything anyways.
Don't worry, Lofty. The bridge is safe now.
Whoa, dear God, that is an unsettling smile. I think he just received some dark thoughts in his head. I would also like to point out here that the text on the well done section here is not laid out properly. I mean, they're not even symmetrical with each other. That exclamation mark is going out of the box. Like, how did they mess this up of all things? But now we're on to one of many of Where's Pilchard. Yes, there's multiple of these. Premise is pretty simple. You move Pilchard's ball around the area you think she's hiding. So let's see what this is like. She's right there! Are you serious? You really can't see her tail move around. Do you have a glasses prescription, Wendy?
Where could she be? Where could she be? Where could she be? Where could she be?
She just won't stop. She's desperate to find that cat.
Dinner time, Pilchard. Come and get it.
Well, if you could just shout on her, why didn't you do that instead? You didn't even need to look for her. Anyway, next minigame.
Hedgehog rescue.
Is Hedgehog Rescue.
Hedgehog help.
Bob is scared of hedgehogs.
Oh, Bob! I think the hedgehogs are frightened to cross the road. Yes, Lofty. It's dangerous, I know.
Except it's not, because there's no cars coming, and Lofty can just block the way anyway. Oh no, there's that sinister face again. So in this minigame, you have to drop the pipes in the correct place, while Lofty has the 1,000-year stare, and is definitely having some dark thoughts. This is very unsettling. I also question how Lofty can move his hook underneath the ground while holding pipes. I mean, we're just destroying the road at this point.
Yes, that's great.
That sounded so forced. Yeah, that's great. Woohoo. Where did you come from?
Done, everyone. Bob will be proud of us.
What? Where is Bob? He was here, wasn't he? Did he just flap off like, you guys have it under control, I'm off to the pub. And we have another Where's Pilchard. Which is just as ridiculous.
Where could she be?
You know, Wendy, if you would just move to the other side, you would see her. Wait, we get the exact same cutscene? Do they take this place everywhere we go? Or is Wendy guiding Pilchard back to the bowl to their house?
Scary Spud.
Oh my god, and a scary spud it is.
Help.
See,
Help.
even Bob is scared of it.
Help.
Dear God, it's absolutely terrifying. I want my mommy. Not nearly as scary as Pervy Peter over here. This minigame is pretty simple. You just run and scare off the birds before they eat all the seeds. Or before he eats all the birds alive.
Goodbye, Crow.
You enjoy your job way too much.
Spud's on the job. Oh, look, a nice yummy apple.
What the hell did that have to do with anything? Oh look, another Where's Pilchard. Why not try it on hard mode this time?
Where could she be?
This is hard apparently. Like, I know this game is for little kids. But come on, even on hard mode, this is ridiculous. Now, probably the best minigame in the game. It's Wendy's birthday cake.
Wendy's birthday. Help.
Nope. You're on your own, Bob. It's your wife.
Wendy's back.
Okay, keep it in the bedroom, Bob. Jesus Christ.
We're going to have a birthday party just for you, Wendy.
Well, it's not going to be for anyone else if it's Wendy's birthday, is it? So here we get to decorate an entire cake, using these tools here. It's pretty cool. I'm going to make something incredible. Now, isn't that the best cake you've ever seen?
Wendy, I've got a surprise for you.
Thank you, Bob.
I feel that thank you was actually her being passive-aggressive.
I like that just there.
Bob, I don't need your input. So you can decorate it with chocolate buttons, candles, icing, and miniature versions of their vehicle friends. I imagine he's just shrunk them down and now he's gonna eat them alive. Bob has some twisted ideas. Anyways, I have made the most chaotic disaster of a cake I've ever seen. It's like he just got all the ingredients together and just threw them on the cake and said it was done. How about a cake that's only decorated on one side? Wendy, your side's on the left, I'll take the white. Or how about we write some messages on the cake? The icing's a bit big, but I'm sure she'll be able to work it out. But you know, any healthy marriage deserves some honesty, so Bob's gonna take this opportunity to be honest with her.
Wendy, I've got a surprise for you.
Oh, a surprise it is, Bob. Is this one a bit too grim? I thought it was a nice idea. Anyways, the other minigame is a dancing minigame.
Help, 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 help.
So this one is played by just pressing a directional button, and they do a little dance. You just press a directional button, and after every animation it's finished. It's dumb. You can also play it back if you wanted to for some reason. This drum beat is so tense, but this dance is going to be even more intense. I've got a tear in my eye, that was just so beautiful. Let's watch it again. These guys in the background make me very uncomfortable though. I feel like I owe them money.
Night then, Bob. Thanks for a lovely day.
Night, Wendy. I had a great day too.
So, am I not getting laid? Well, what the hell was all that for then? At least Lofty actually puts out. Oh, another Where's Pilchard. Although this particular one is a little special. You see, while the others were incredibly easy, this one is actually
Where could she be?
also piss easy. But we do get a shot of a roof window. Isn't that special? I also love how Wendy somehow can't find Pilchard when she's just standing on the ground outside their house. Wendy, you need to go to Specsavers. At least they're actually in the location where the cutscene is this time. And our final minigame, Bubble Trouble.
Bubbles!
I don't think this is normal. The ground is not meant to make bubbles. What did Bob put in this field? How long before it explodes? Okay, so we have to wall over all these bubbles.
I popped them!
Alright, it's not that big of an achievement, you can calm down.
I did flatten it!
No, the bird just tooted. He's so full of himself. The next Where's Pilchard is pretty interesting, considering Pilchard is standing in midair. Seriously, look at her legs. They're not even on the ground, she's floating in midair. And that's about all there is to this game. Everything's going crazy again, and Wendy is just ignoring it. Having lived with Bob, I can imagine she's great at just pretending everything's alright when it's really not. Anyways, that'll be all for this game. If you enjoyed that, feel free to subscribe, and we will not be playing this game again. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.